grab your boards. Welcome all surfers to Wavy's Atlantic Ocean. Surf, 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 baby. You wanna surf on the tidal wavy? Yeah. Twerk, baby. For certain, she moving so perfect. Surf, baby. You wanna surf on the tidal wavy? Twerk, baby. I'm loving the way that you surf it.
All my niggas, they gangbang, and all they niggas do the same thing. Counting money, living insane. Steady mobbing, let my flag hang. Told them I'm ready. I'm throwing them monster like Randy. I know that these niggas can't stand me, but the automatic come in handy.
Yo, you already know it's ATM Wavy, aka Mr. OMG. You know it's me. In this Wavy's world, salute to all the surfers. You already know it's another Surfer Nation situation. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about. So, I'm about to tell the story on how I ended up cashing that charge that led me to the Green Monster for the first time. So, y'all know I dropped the part 1 through 4 series about my first time going to the Green Monster. And I gotta give a 1, 2, 3 super salute to all of you. Y'all got that video at 14.3K. And I'm a 600 and like 59, 660 subscriber channel. So punching way above weight with that one, you know what I'm saying? So for sure, y'all need a round of applause. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Word. So yeah, man, that's love, and keep it going. You feel me? We don't stop nowhere. So now I'm just gonna tell the story on how I caught that charge. You feel me? So that way I could complete. I gotta complete that. You know what I mean? All right, so back during those days, right, I had a habit of anytime I get mad or something, I could be inside the house chilling. You feel me? I was one of the dudes that, like, I guess you would call it like a form of a temper tantrum, but not in the house, like tension, like I'll rage out. You feel me? And then I'm like, man, F this. I'm about to go outside. And when I say that means I'm going outside on straight bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for it. So this was one of those nights. And I say like 98% of the time when I do this, it's solo missions. You know what I mean? None I even tell anybody about. You know what I mean? My wife would know. You know what I'm saying? Because usually I'd be in the house with her, whatever, get me mad, whether me and her get into it was to get into an argument or something, or I go on a phone call, whatever the case may be. I get tight. I'm ready to go out tonight. You know what I'm saying? So this was one of those moments. And I was staying on Stuyvesant Avenue when this happened. You know what I mean? By close to 18th Ave. So up the hill is a certain section that I actually spoke on in my haunted house story about the house I grew up in. You feel me? Like around the late 90s into the early 2000s. Well, I grew up in it, but I still was down south bordering a lot, but I was back and forth. Anyway, Ivy Hill section, that was right up the hill from me, right? So that's the way I went. You know what I mean? It wasn't no pre-plan. Like I said, I just went outside. I'm looking for something, you know what I mean? Now, I know up in Ivy Hill is more, it's still the hood, even though it don't look like it though. It's more clean now. Nowadays, I don't know what really goes on the Ivy Hill section. This was freaking a minute ago. Like we talking well over 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like well over 10 years ago. Feel me? So, back then it was still situations going on. It was hoods up there, like the Hoovers. They had a certain section of Ivy Hill. Know what I mean? They had the Brims over there. Know what I mean? It was a couple of neighborhood Pirus over there, but it wasn't that many. It was like really only a few. Know what I mean? I don't even know if that was really like their hood or if they just was right there at the person's house that they used to be at. Cause I forgot bro name. I think his name was Deuce or something. But he was neighborhood, and that's where they used to be at. So I don't know if that was their hood, but anyway, it was people that stayed there. Niggas then got bodied in Ivy Hill area before all that. So anyway, and MS-13 had an area up in Ivy Hill too at a certain point of time. Cause I remember they had executed somebody over there by Mount Vernon Elementary. You know what I'm saying? I think in the back of it or something. But anyway, I went up there, right? Boom. So I'm just on a mission lurking. Lo and behold, I bump into, I'm not going to say nobody government, because I know a couple of do government. They're going to say they street name. I bump into Trub, know what I mean, who's MIP right now. But I bump into Trub, who's mob, the homie A, know what I mean, Trub Rue, A-Rue, who's mob also. And then they was with they people. It was this Brim dude. I don't remember his name. Nah, man, I just know he was dark skinned dude that had the mean waves, like the straight beehive joint, son. And the way he carried himself, like he was carrying himself like though he was a rapper or something. Like he was in a music video or something. You know what I mean? But it was him, and it was this short dude who was great. I don't remember his name either. You know what I'm saying? But he was great. So I ended up bumping into them. Mind you, I ain't seen Trug and A since they were younger, because these is actually my two little cousins, who I call my two little brothers, but they technically my little cousins. Now, I mean, we just hella close. Now, I mean, free my youngest, you know what I mean? The youngest one, Psycho, you know what I mean? Free him. But anyway, that's how I even met them. But this was years ago. Like I knew them since they was going to Mount Vernon Elementary. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how long I knew them. But fast forward, I was 19 when this happened, so they had to be like 18. No, yeah, probably like 17 for real. Like probably like 16, 17 at this time, because they're a couple years younger than me. So I link up with them. And I told him like, yo, I'm on all BS, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm out here looking for it. So they all like, yo, we on that too then. You know what I'm saying? Automatically on that too. You feel me? So I'm like, all right, and mind y'all, I'm out there. I don't even got no strizzy on me during this none. You know what I mean? I ain't got no strizzy or nothing. You feel me? I had my poker. I ain't had no strizzy. But as I mentioned in previous videos, that I wasn't the type that needed any weapon. Like I already just knock you out. You know what I mean? But not everybody get capable of doing that. It's dudes be getting beat up by the so-called victims. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what you doing? Smash, smash, smash. You get all duffed out, all crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, we all start lurking together. Boom, 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 boom. So we end up heading up towards the Ivy Hill apartment area. Now, I mean, which is right across the street from Ivy Hill Park. So now we right on the border of North and South Orange. You know what I'm saying? But the Ivy Hill apartments, they sit on North side. You feel me? So now we go into the building, like the little downstairs entrance. You know what I'm saying? We go through the downstairs entrance. So the homie truck, he had a strap already on him. So that was perfect anyway. You know what I mean? I ain't missing that. But yeah, he had a strap on him. Boom. So we go inside, we go downstairs. Boom. Now, while we walking through downstairs, there's people moving around, because this is a regular building. Like mad people live inside these buildings. You know what I'm saying? Not senior citizen buildings, or regular apartment buildings. So people moving. Then out of nowhere, the homie like, yo, I'm about to get somebody here. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, I don't even care. You feel me? Like, get it popping. You know what I'm saying? So he whip out some some dude that was walking like on his phone, just whip out on him. So as soon as he whip out on him, the other homie, he go with him. The homie A went with him, mind you. When this happened, the other two dudes that with the Brum homie and the dude from Grape, they automatically grabbed, I think it was a lady. Yeah, it was a lady. Grabbed the lady. Yeah, it was a lady. It definitely was. But grabbed some lady up. Basically, they want to run it through him quick. So when they did that, everybody else that was in there automatically went the opposite ways immediately. So now I'm just sitting here supervising basically. I'm basically supervising now. Know what I mean? So I'm just watching, making sure nobody else come on because they handle this. It's 2-on-1, 2-on-1. First of all, what would be my purpose at this point besides I'm just getting in the way? You know what I mean? You gotta know how to play the role you're supposed to play. So boom, they doing what they do. All right, boom, they got them. They got them. So now we go to dip. You feel me? We go to leave. So when we leave, we all start to split. Trub, he immediately went straight across and jumped over a fence into Ivy Hill Park. This all happened at nighttime, so Ivy Hill Park was pitch black. He went into Ivy Hill Park, boom, and ran across Ivy Hill Park, boom. Me and was A with me or was he on the other side of the street? No, A was with me. The great dude was on the other side of the street, and the dude that was Brim, he just went back the same way that we came up. He just went back the opposite way. You know what I'm saying? So we walking towards South Thorn, basically going over the border because the thought was this happened in North. They called the boys. They gonna be coming from down the hill. We ain't run the. I call myself now wanting to run right into them, right? So boom, we heading around the corner, and on this day I had a Jamaican print hoodie on. You know what I'm saying? Was it a hoodie? Just a no, it was a hoodie. It was a zip down hoodie. No, it wasn't a zip down hoodie. It was a pullover hoodie. I believe it was a pullover hoodie. Either way, it was a Jamaican hoodie. We walking down, boom, boom. The boys start coming from the other way. So the way they come from is South Orange way. So when we see them, I'm like, yo, what's the odds of that? But we keep walking and they ride past us. When they almost ride past us. And when they almost ride past, they like stop a little bit past us, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? He like, y'all, wait, no, he like, hey, stop right there. Sound like that. But basically got our attention. So when he got our attention, we both stopped. Now, I mean, I peeped the grape dude. He kept on walking. But when he kept walking, it was another cop that was like, I guess they spaced their cells out. So when he kept walking, I peeped him get stopped by the other cop in the back that was behind him. These are South Orange police. These are not North. So he like, yeah, y'all just came from this building over here. But as soon as he said that, I'm like, oh, they got the call. But in my head, I'm wondering like, how y'all get the call? You know what I mean? Like, how y'all get that? But now I started to think like maybe because we were so close to the border, maybe they both just get it. Mind you, I'm still a teenager too, so I'm not still fully experienced. You know what I mean? I haven't figured everything out. You know what I mean? So this is one of them times that I ain't figure everything out. I thought I was smart, and I wasn't that smart in this moment. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't that smart in this moment. So, boom. Soon as he said that, automatically I know it's over. Like I know, like this is a high chance it's about to go left. So then he have us get inside of the car. Had me and Aga inside of the car. I saw the great dude. I saw him get inside of the car. So they drive us up, and then they stop at a certain point, which is the borderline. They literally stopped their car. They would not drive their car over this border. So they stopped, and then they started like questioning us. You know what I'm saying? But the cop that was in the car with us started questioning us. I'm assuming they were doing the same to old boy. So question is, we don't know what you're talking about. We don't know what you're talking about. Boom. So now Newark ended up coming up, and they basically had to transfer like us over to them. You know what I'm saying? So they like literally took their handcuffs. Cause they put handcuffs on us and everything, but they basically took their handcuffs off and Newark put their handcuffs on. You know what I mean? And then they set us inside of the car. No, before they set us inside the car, they had us stand on the sidewalk, and then they had the people that something that everything happened to. You seen them a little bit of freaking ways, but they were talking to like another North cop. All right. So when I'm looking, I'm peeping the freaking lady, and I'm like, oh, that's the lady that the homie, the brim homie, and the grape dude grabbed. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I told you first one grabbed was a dude, and then they grabbed this lady. You know what I'm saying? So I peep. I'm like, oh, she telling on us. Like, yo, she's telling on us. So I'm just looking, we stand there. The next thing you know, they come over to us and they're like, all right, we're gonna take you to this car. No. They took all three of us to the same car at first. They eventually gonna separate us. But I'm about to get too far ahead of myself. Bear with me, yo. This happened a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? A lot has happened since. But they took all three of us to one of the North cars. So now we all three sitting in the back seat, and there's no cop in there or anything. They still over there talking to the people. So we sitting in the back, and the great dude, he starts saying, "Man, I knew I shouldn't have been doing nothing with no blood niggas." Me and the homie both looked at him like, nigga, shut your bitch nine ass. Like, nigga, you feel me? Like, man, no, because yeah, man, Blood's always doing something wild. I'm like, bro, if you don't shut up because he's talking, now I got enough common sense to know this, no matter how young I was, that it'd be recorders and stuff inside the car, you idiot. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you even talking right now? Like, what is there to talk about? What is there to talk about? You know what I'm saying? So the grape, and this ain't no slight told, no grape. You feel like you see, I did something with a grape. This ain't the first time I did things with grape. Like, you know what I mean? So I know this dude don't represent y'all. And actually, I'll get into it. But anyway, so we waiting, you know what I mean? The cop ended up coming back. When the cop ended up coming back, you know what I mean, he like, y'all two get out of the car, talking about A and the great dude, like, y'all two get out of the car, you stay here. So they left me by myself. So now I'm like, hold up, what was that about? Now I'm getting a little nervous here, because like, yo, why would y'all do that? What would make y'all separate me from them? You know what I'm saying? Like, why y'all doing that? So I'm waiting. The cop ended up coming back, the same cop who car that actually was, he ended up coming back, and then he ended up asking me questions. I'm like, yo, I don't know nothing about talking. I ain't involved with nothing. I'm like, I was here trying to visit my aunt. You know what I mean? Because my aunt lived in that building. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm here to visit my aunt. So he like, oh yeah, what apartment number she live in? I'm like, which I was telling the truth though. I could not remember the apartment. I know how to get there. You know how you just know, go to this floor is the first door, right? It was one of those type of things. You know what I mean? So I didn't even remember my aunt's door situation by heart. But I'm like, she didn't know I was coming anyway, but I happened to be in the neighborhood. I was just gonna go see my aunt. I know where I gotta go. And I told him what floor it was. I remembered the floor, but I couldn't remember like the individual. I don't remember what numbers on the doors or letters, but whatever that, you know what I mean, the identifier, I couldn't really remember that. But anyway, He's like, all right, boom, boom, boom. So then he leave out of the car. Know what I'm saying? Boom. Had us over there for a minute. So now they bringing out these high power lights. Now, I mean, it's like these mobile lights, kind of like you ride past a construction site and you see them high power lights they just be having out to light up the area. It was like those, but they had it aimed into into Ivy Hill Park area. Now I'm saying, which is the same area that Trub hopped the fence and ran across. So when I see that, I'm like, what's the odds of them going over there? But it was people outside the building too. So I'm like, maybe somebody seen him take off through there and said, well, a guy ran across, you know what I'm saying? Because if the witnesses told, well, the one who had the actual gun, because remember, I told you only one person had the actual weapon. So if they like that, the guy that actually had the weapon was wearing this and that, and we don't see him. Maybe another witness out there like, yeah, well, we saw a guy wearing that. He ran and jumped the fence. You know what I'm saying? It could have been something like that. But I never found out what made him go over that way. But anyway, no, I did. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. You know what I mean? I be freestyling all my stories off the top as I'm recording. I don't run through them. It'd probably be better, but I don't know. I feel like I need to do it naturally, like, because I mean it's real. So why do I gotta you know what I mean, recite it in my head? But anyway, so now they looking over there, right? Boom. I'm looking like, yo, they not gonna find nothing. And then as I said and guess myself, I'm like, because it was so dark when he had the fence, like, what if he, but then I thought like, nah, after he did it, I saw him take off and he like snatched his book bag off, you know what I mean? Cause that's what he had it in. So I'm assuming while he was running that he dropped it in there, you know what I mean? And hopped over the freaking fence. So that's what I'm assuming he did. But either way, long story short, they never found it. All right. So now everybody come back and everything, and then the cop said, all right, we about to take you to the station. Mind you, we done been out here for hours now. This is hours. So, and most of the time, I'm just sitting in the car, just sitting there. Don't know what's going on. Don't know where these other two dudes at. None of that. So now they'll be going to the station. So I automatically ask, I'm like, oh, well, the other dudes going to the station too? Like, why y'all separate us? And he like, yeah, they gonna be following behind us. I'm like, oh, but I'm still wondering why they separate us. So anyway, we get down to the station. The station we go to, I don't remember the number, but I actually showed a glimpse of it when I was talking about that story when I went to the house party that ended up going left. That one that's over there by West Kenny. So anyway, they take me there. So now I go inside of the interrogation room. Boom. They start hitting me with the swammy. You know, literally what you see in the movies is how it go. Know what I mean? And I'm sure some of y'all seen First 48. So y'all see how, and it be the good cop, bad cop. They really do that exactly how y'all see it. It's crazy. Like it's a rule book, a nationwide police rule book when it comes to interrogation. But anyway, they take me to the interrogation room, but they don't have them in there with me. I never seen them. I never seen them again after this until I seen the homie A later on when I got out. But they got me inside the room and they asking me, all the court, do you know that? I'm giving them the same answer all the time. I'm like, listen, I was going to see my aunt Dot. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to see my aunt Dot. You feel me? And whatever happened. I don't know about nobody doing nothing. And then that's when they said, well, one of the people who it happened to recognized your Jamaica hoodie. This is what they found out, the Jamaican part, but they knew about the green and yellow. So I guess that's all the lady really recognized. He had a green and yellow hoodie on. So, but it was mostly black. It just had green, yellow print. That's crazy. It really only had a little bit of that, and that was enough to get me caught up. I learned my lesson from that. But anyway, they said all that. So that's like supposed to be like the extra pressure. But guess what? Man, I don't know what y'all talk. I don't know who y'all talking about. They're like, yeah, and we know somebody. Yeah, and this one I was like, I did find out why they looked over there for that weapon, for that gun. Somebody did tell them, "Oh yeah, we saw somebody run, jump over the fence and go over in the Ivy Hill Park." So he like, we know somebody ran and jumped over the fence, blah blah blah. I'm like, all right. He like, so who is it? I don't know. Then they hit me with the, well, you know, right now, you the only adult out of all of y'all. Your co-defendant, they're going to go to juvenile. So they're going to get away easy, most likely with a slap on the wrist. But you're going to get all of these charges and all what they call it, something with a minor. I cannot remember what it's called, but I never got charged with it. But this is what they were using as a scare tactic. But it's employing a minor. I think it's called employing a minor. Like when you're doing freaking crime, and it seemed like you the one that egged the minor on. And I guess because come to find out, they said, well, he wasn't doing that. It's like he was supervising. And I mentioned that in my in my jail series too. But they're like, yeah, he was supervising, and I told y'all I was basically watching. You know what I mean? It wasn't no plan or nothing. This was all freestyle. So anyway, for you to be watching, we know you know who. Once again, I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, all right, like, I'm talking about as they saying it to me, they trying to slide the little statement paper over and everything, but because I'm not saying what they want, they taking it back. It's like they slid it back, then they take it like, yo, you know what I mean? So they end up taking it back and keeping it because no statement, it's a fact. Guarantee you, ain't no smut on mine. I mean, a lot of these dudes be telling for less. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. So anyway, boom. Once it came to that conclusion, it wasn't no point in even trying anymore. Then guess what? That's how I ended up going to the Green Monster, starting off with a $500,000 bail. Yeah, $500,000, $500,000 bail, and going through trials and tribulations that come with that. A lot of stories I ain't even tell because I ain't want to make all that series videos mad long. You know what I mean? But I'll tell some of them individual stories. So that was that. But what I was about to say when I was talking about the grape dude earlier, and the fact that I know that because he was in there, oh, I should never did this with no bloods, and basically being a little B9 hitch. Woo. You know, I'm like, I know that I don't represent all of y'all because I've done a lot of things with grapes. That's all I'm gonna say. But also, I was gonna say, come to find out, the grape dude was trying to tell, and I found that out from my attorney, which I didn't mention in that story. You know what I mean? But I had found that out also through my attorney that. I cannot remember his name. I wish I could find that discovery paperwork. I mean, because I put him on blast. I mean, you grown now. So you was a kid, so I wasn't even trying to even like hunt you for a real. But you grown now, dog. But anyway, he was trying to basically tell and come to also find out. I found this out at the same time when I got my discovery when my lawyer came to bring me mine. The witnesses begin to say that he the one that had it. So they said, first they were saying that it was the dude that jumped over the fence and left that had it. But then some kind of way, I don't know what happened. By the time that discovery paperwork came, it was saying that they were trying to put it on the grape dude, that he the one that had it. And I don't know, because he had his attire kind of looked like Trub's attire too. They both had like just strictly black on. So I don't know, maybe they hit him later, like maybe because this dude had black and that dude had black and stuff. And the thing is, Trump didn't have short hair. The grape dude had short hair, but he had a hoodie on, so they probably wouldn't have even been able to tell. But they put it on him, long story short. And apparently when he found that out, he was discussing with his attorney. How my attorney knew it. I don't know how this happened. I just know it came to me like this. For all I know, my attorney could have been trying to no, he wasn't trying to finesse me because what happened next is going to leave. I'm bugging. So he wasn't trying to finesse me. But anyway, when he said that, he said, man, you might want to reconsider giving a statement, blah, 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 because they trying to basically pit some of this on you and the other dude talking about A. Now, I mean, boom. I'm like, what? Nah, still can't do that. Now, I mean, you telling me I put a title on you. What kind of that's weird. You know what I mean? That's weird. Feel me? I had other plans for him. At that time, I still had other plans for him. When everything went good for me later on down the line, that's what made me let it go. And I'm like, because he's a kid. I just was reinsurance on myself. But really, heck yeah, I was on that. You know what I mean? I was on that. So I'm like, all right, nah, boom, we ain't doing that. So now come to find out, A had got the same word about that happening. Now, you know what I mean? Because when he said that, now I'm just waiting. But I'm about to fast forward till after I got out now. I'm out. I done went through everything, I'm out. I ran into A in the Ivy Hill section because my father lived on Sanford Avenue. And I was just over there visiting him. And I happened to be going to the corner store and I bumped into A. I'm like, oh, the homie. You feel me? We piece each other like, oh. Come to find out, them niggas went to juvie just like I knew, and they got out like the next day, he said. I'm like, bro, you know, I was sitting for multiple months. Can't had a $500,000. They couldn't believe. He like, what? He could not believe everything I was telling him. And I told him a couple of stories, like, yeah, I told him about the story about the dude getting beat up inside the room while I'm on the phone. So he like, yo, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, I was in the Thunderdome, and I just made it into being grown. I just missed it. I would have been going to juvie too. So anyway, he told me, no, then I said, I was like, yo, and I heard that dude, the grape dude, I heard he was contemplating writing a statement or testifying, something like that, boom, boom. I'm like, whatever happened? I was like, you heard about that? He said, yeah, I had heard about that. He like, as soon as I heard about it, because he know him. Remember, they was all together. You know what I mean? Only knew A and Trub. He was like, yeah, when I heard that, I told his homies. You know what I mean? Because his big brother was great. You know what I mean? He was like somebody that had some rank under grape and all that. So he was a real great dude. You feel me? So he told them, and they basically like made that not happen because they was out. So it's not like his brother was sitting. I mean, the great dude that was my co-defendant was sitting behind bars the way I was. They both got out the next day. They both released them to their parents. All right. So, and they was both their first time. They never been in trouble or nothing. So it's not like his homies couldn't get to him and nobody couldn't get to him. So when this word came out, because apparently A's attorney told him the same thing. I don't know how they knew this. Like, how do they know when you plan on possibly telling? Like, I thought that was something you got to do, or we find out when you go to court and the dude take the stand. Sound like that. But however that worked, the attorneys knew, both our attorneys, and they told both of us. Know what I mean? And his attorney said the same thing about, you might want to write a statement too. And guess what? A held it down. I'm gonna let y'all know something. Y'all see the homie A? Not saying I look like the toughest dude in the world, especially when I was younger. I always was referred to as a pretty boy, all that. Y'all see, I don't got a bunch of facial hair. I ain't get a whole bunch of tats on my face and none of that. You know what I mean? You see me, I look like, you know what I mean? A decent young man, you know what I mean? And I am. But you know, it's two sides to every book. That's one thing I'm gonna say. But anyway, A looked completely like innocent. Like he looked like super duper innocent. He looked like what people probably would be like, oh, he definitely gonna tell you. He ain't say nothing. But the great dude, once they found out about that, from what he told me, oh boy got violated. Now I mean DP'd. Now I mean they DP'd him. All right. And none ever happened from that. You know what I mean? No statement ever came from that. And come to find out, they only gave him like probation or something. And that sounded about right. Your first time, it was a robbery and everything, but the facts of the case also would justify how they're gonna do it. Now, I mean, ain't nobody get blicked, ain't nobody get hit with the joint. Now, I mean, nobody got hurt, and everybody that was involved was super young. We all young, first time offenders, all of us. Now, I mean, so certain thing when you got those type of circumstances, it allows for what's the word I'm looking for? Leniency to happen. You know what I'm saying? So nowadays, I caught something like that. Oh, they going. Well, I mean, they're going like, oh, it's over. You done did this and that since you done beat these other charges. Yeah, cause I done beat some charges. Like, yo, nah. So you feel me? I skated through that one too. But anyway, that was that. All right. That's how I ended up catching my case that led me to the Green Monster, but in turn actually led me to the Army. I know all the dudes that the true veterans and all that. Listen, I ain't trying to offend none of y'all. But at the end of the day, this is an urban channel, and I'm an urban dude, and I was doing some wild urban things. You know what I mean? I was real ghettofied because I wasn't ready to go to the military. I wasn't ready to go, and I actually did. I tried to run away from my agreement and everything. You know what I mean? I gotta tell all that. So this right here, like I said, was the story on how I caught that case. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be back with another one. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I try to make it as quick as possible. You know what I mean? Slide through there and everything, And now we back here. So at the end of the day, it's ATM Wavy, aka Mr. OMG, and you know it's me. Huh. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah. So hit that like, hit that comment section. You got something to say. Hit that sub. Get a surfboard. You smell me? Huh. In this Wavy's world, salute to all the surfers. Make sure y'all look both ways before you cross that street, because you might get hit.